Greetings. We have some excellent discussion on the Basho related question that was posted in the discussion on the discussion board. That is, although Basho's actions seem to match that of a pilgrimage, wandering is about having no purpose. Is Basho on a pilgrimage? Of course, whether or not something is a pilgrimage is of primary interest to us in the context of the course. But the question generated some excellent online discussion. Anna maintains, in the form of a thesis, that pilgrimage can be wandering. Pilgrimage to wander dash ing, actually, she has it phrased. That is to say, one can wander with a purpose, and she employs some quotations from a famous Zen master, Suzuki Shunryu, thinking about maybe creating rules, for instance, in the context of freedom, in order to bring about liberation across the board, with a stress on being. Julia very interestingly responds to Anna's assertion, and she brings up the point, which also seems quite Zen related, the idea that Basho speaks about his friends before he leaves, and whether his friendships actually might be a hindrance on the path to enlightenment as a type of attachment. That's particularly interesting. Julia, though, later mentions in a subsequent comment the idea that maybe one of the purposes of his travel is actually to serve his friends. That's a huge theme in traditional Japanese pilgrimage, the idea that a pilgrim would bring back new ideas, that a pilgrim would be sent from the village in order to pray for his friends, family members, neighbors, and so forth, that he might create something beautiful in the form of poetry that might be in service to mankind, or humankind, I should say. That's a lovely thought. And she agrees subsequently that yes, you can wander with a purpose. I'm delighted that we have a differing opinion, specifically speaking with Kaho. She's maintaining that perhaps, she maintains specifically that pilgrimage and wandering are fundamentally different. I think that is a highly arguable point as well. As she's speaking, I kind of wonder if perhaps the characterization of pilgrimage as pure ascetic practice, that is, as wandering as pure ascetic practice, if that might be something different from pilgrimage, specifically speaking. Kaho raises the notion that maybe the point of his journey is kind of that of a muse. A muse would be something that gives you creative inspiration. That the real purpose for him to go on the journey is to create poems. Super strong argument can be said for that. In fact, some people have suggested that, Basho exaggerates some of the difficulties. That the journey is not nearly as difficult as he makes it out to be. It's not nearly as ascetic in character. His traveling partner Sodai kept his own journal. In some of the instances where Basho claims things were really rough, Sorai describes, "Oh no, we stayed with Basho's rich friend and it was really nice," and so forth. So we don't want to take everything he states in the Okuno Hoso Michi as fact, and we have to understand that he's a he's a poet, and he has poetic license, and he may well be kind of exaggerating things for the purpose of poetic creation. Outstanding. Great thoughts. I wish we could talk about them in person, but thank you very much.